There was a
Horse stable.
I've lost track of that horse stable.
It was over the mountain. There's smoke. I believe that's it.
Wait, yeah, that's it. So, some other just dumb shit while rambling, talking about controversies and other shit. So, a lot of people, like, it was like a lot of Pokemon fans were annoyed that this game is, like, successful. Because they had to justify, oh, the Switch is, like, hot fucking garbage. Let's see if he's my man here.
Oh, yeah.
Let's also just see what's around right quick. Hold on.
That's apparently a weapon you haven't picked up.
It's the Waddle.
Ah, the Waddle.
No, we didn't fully go over. See, it's a soup ladle, but this one guy pronounced this as a ladle.
Yeah, and everyone can't pronounce archipelago.
Okay. Back on track, man. God, I'm dumb. Just excuse me being an idiot. So,
we're YouTubers. It comes with a territory.
Plains Northwest. Night, night, after night. Leave the room. Leave the room. At least that's what I heard. I didn't get too close. Fast, like all the travelers who heard been throwing their weapons down the well and running away.
An eerie voice.
I think we should leave at 9. I'll be waiting right here. Okay, then I need to go to bed. Oh.
Okay. I picked up that soup ladle.
No, well.
You're getting too close. Sit.
Let me just sit by the fire. So, damn it.
Just use the ladle for some cooking, and then go to the archipelago. That's the one
Only heard tonight.
That's the one that honestly really pisses me off.
Pretty great night. Around the time eerie voice has been heard on for Plain Northwest. I'm coming.
It's not like I can just, fly or anything.
Leave the... Oh! You hear that? Spooky. Ooh.
Okay, if the voice in the well starts counting plates, fucking run.
My legs won't move. Trying to see if it's stereo based. I think it is.
Yeah, I think. So, given the fact that...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting louder, there's a well.
Leave the arms if you do not. Seek the storm, seek the storm. Fear, if not, you will stay warm. Huh?
Why are you down here?
Huh? When did you get here? Need something? Leave the arms? What are you talking about? I wasn't singing anything remotely like that. I've never sung a song with those lyrics. Seek the storm, seek the storm. Is that maybe what you heard? Because that's what I was singing. You also heard for if not, I'll do you harm.
I feel like this quest makes way more sense in Japanese.
Leave your arms or I'll kill you. What kind of nonsensical song is that?
Because those two things don't sound anything alike in English.
Fear it not, you will stay warm. Those are the lyrics I was singing if you put it together. Seek the storm, fear it not, you will stay warm.
Though then again, people think the lyrics...
It's a song about a cute little fox who was proud of their warm fur coat. And they chase storms since they don't get cold. Anyway, I'm not trying to cause trouble, but I don't think that's entirely my fault for people mishearing things either. Just like how my voice sounded prettier, more refined. Sounded fine to me, but everyone's hearing dire threats. Leave the arms. I guess that explains why weapons keep getting thrown in the well every morning. Could be dangerous, so I collected them. I got no interest in them, so feel free to help yourself. Just a woman who sings in wells!
Okay, even in Japan, that is still terrifying because of that whole urban legend with the plates and stuff.
She's just practicing. That's so stupid. We got 6.
I believe 8 is when we will get our next piece of armor.
What I was going...
Or it was like between 6 and 8.
What I was going to also say...
Before you say anything, another thing about that is, I believe if you do jump back down there, you actually can pick up the weapons that she will.
Yes.
And those weapons are actually really good for this point in the game. And because I believe those are considered overworld weapons, they respawn with a blood wound. So yeah, there's an extra fun thing with this.
Mostly good on weapons at the moment.
I was just bringing that up for later. That, like, if you have open in space, those weapons are actually pretty good, all things considered.
What I was also going to say, to just talk about dumb shit, I was just being an idiot, was someone, and I think there is some truth to this, but then I think their example, I'm sorry, was kind of terrible, where someone's controversy aimed at Tears of the Kingdom, they basically said, now this person was being a little bit salty, and then someone trying to make a counterpoint, I feel, didn't have the best counterpoint because of how I feel about something. It was basically, they were like, like, the one person said that Tears of the Kingdom is only as successful as it is because they said that, like, the Zelda series holds a lot of nostalgia, and that a lot of the success is just driven by the sort of nostalgia for the series. And then someone to try to make a counterpoint, I feel like you picked kind of the worst thing here. It was like, if the Zelda series was really fueled by nostalgia, why didn't Skyward Sword HD sell well? I hate to be that guy, because Skyward Sword is incredibly divisive, and a lot of people hate the HD version.
YouTubers never influence people's opinions. Skyward Sword doesn't have a stupid unfair anchoring attached to it. No, never.
Their other example was why they basically said, why didn't people buy Skyward Sword HD and the Link's Awakening? Hold on. Bridge. Tabitha Frontier and Hyrule Ridge. Isn't that on the... Alright.
You would need to zoom in farther to get the exact names of areas.
Hyrule Ridge. Oh, yeah. Right. Okay, so we're right near... Hold on. Let me see what she said. Dang it. Yeah, Tabantha Bridge. Be around the bridge that connects the Frontier and Hyrule Ridge. Okay.
So, there's Hyrule Ridge, so if you keep...
There's Frontier.
That bridge? Right there? I think it would be that one.
Hyrule Ridge. Yeah, looks like it's down here.
So I guess technically that shrine right next to the
We'll
entrance to the depths would.
I'll drop a heart, and we'll go over here. But anyway, this isn't me attacking these games. But it's like, if you're gonna talk about freaking nostalgia and go like, why isn't Skyward Sword HD and Link's Awakening successful? Because those are very divisive games. Skyward Sword is hated anyway, and a lot of people hate the HD version. Yeah, just run down. A lot of people hate the HD version of the game. And the thing about people that hated the HD version, like, first of all, don't use Metacritic to just make your points, dude, regardless. Because I will be that guy. Metacritic is often fueled by petty spite.
Yes.
And Skyward Sword HD had some petty spite because a lot of the negative opinions are, you have an amiibo for a quality of life feature? Greedy fucking Nintendo.
Not just the amiibo thing, that other thing I find funny of, it's like, you people want legacy content, but then you people complain when you have to pay full price for the legacy content, because that seems to say you obviously don't think that Wii games hold much value, even though you fucking want them.
Skyward Sword, by the way it was seen, is incredibly divisive critically. And even then, the original game had enough, because their point was like the original game had like a 95 Metacritic, but then Skyward Sword HD had like an 85, and they're like, see, if nostalgia really existed, it's like this series would be. Hold on.
So is there a person up there?
It's a dude with a sign.
How do you keep getting in these scenarios?
Oh, there's a sign. Not just a boulder. It's a rock. A rock. That's just.
You're gonna have to take one of those off and adjust.
No. Back away.
Yeah, he's standing, and
That's how you test it. Just back away.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Just stack a bunch of rocks.
Yeah.
Anyway,
like Skyward Sword on its own was already a divisive game. I feel for very kind of petty and unjustified reasons, and then after that, like I said, you have the whole thing of, because it was seen as just like a remaster of the game. We have the other sweaty thing of people thinking that it's like a not worth 60.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Which, like I said, is funny. For all the legacy content you people want, you people seem to not want to pay for fucking
Skyward Sword, because his logic, and I get why you might say this, was like, oh, hold on. That looks straightforward. There's a rock.
Actually, because you threw that, it looks like that hole is actually not big enough. So, oh. I was gonna say, I think you might
I missed. Yeah! I saw a shrine.
Right there.
There it is. I'm going to just, while we're doing stuff, the thing with the Skyward Sword, like, it was already kind of divisive, and people considered the HD version to not add enough, and people were pissed.
Which is funny, because the HD version added what you people wanted, which was the ability to play without the icky cootie related motion controls.
It was the amiibo. Combat training. Archery.
Again, let me ask, why are these spread out in this way? I feel like these are spread out too much. I really do feel like all of these should have been within a decently like close proximity to Lookout Landing or something.
Yes.
Because it's nice.
Well,
Like it's nice that you have these, but
I've been using a bow for 15 hours.
the order these are in feel extreme. Like the
Oh,
order
God.
and placement of these feel extremely arbitrary.
Damn it, game. Okay. Oh, plenty of... Damn. Oh, it's the top eye that counts. Okay. Also, like, side tangent, this is why gyro aiming can be really good. Yeah. I just keep forgetting that's in this game. Anyway! Okay, we did that. I was trying to repeat something. Skyward Sword was already divisive. And the HD version was looked at as, oh, lazy rehash that doesn't add enough good because the game was already hated when a lot of people loved it for the motion controls. Like,
even though we have, I find it funny that other than, you know, the whole price and, like, shit, that the remake, I say remake, it was more remaster, did what, like, you people wanted because it, I believe, made text scroll a lot faster.
Text is faster, text is missing.
Oh yeah, a lot of shit was actually, a lot of, like...
They actually took out a lot of text,
Yeah,
which sounds like a bad thing, but it was kind of redundant text of like,
wow, I am going to be that guy and shit, and this is one of those after jumping between shit in YouTube, I actually do value this more than other people. I hate some of the text and stuff that was removed in, like, Skyward Sword, because everyone would complain about, oh, the, like, materials. It's like, why does the game give you an explanation of, like, the material every time you pick it up? And it's that's one of those things where I was never bothered by that, because you might, for whatever reason, have to put the game down for a while, and then when you come back, you might not remember things because you either...
You can at least check it in your materials inventory.
Yes.
Okay, back to... We were doing something. Wait a minute.
There's a shrine. We're really close to the Brit. Oh, son of a bitch.
Wait a minute.
Son of a bitch, there it is.
Wait a fucking minute now! Huh? The hell? Oh.
Oh, Korok.
Hold on. Hey, buddy!
Please don't have it be going up the mountain. Which that's what it's totally gonna be. It's totally gonna be going up the mountain.
Hey, buddy! You're awesome. Try to finish my other point in a minute. Like, my short point with the nostalgia is, like, I'm sorry, but you picked, like, the worst games.
Yes. Oh.
It's not that bad. It's
actually really simple. Just because of all the materials and shit put right there.
It's time for the question of the day. And my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, how do you feel about the random scattershot tutorials that are basically spread all over the game for basically no reason? Like Carson said, you could basically have put these near each other, but instead you might have basically been playing the game for hours until you find a tutorial that could have been useful hours ago. And I know some people want to learn things by attempting them, but with that said, if they had introduced you to a tutorial and told you it existed, but you never needed to do it, you could have still learned mechanics more organically. But if you want to 100% the game, you need to do the tutorials at some point. So I do feel like it would have made more sense to cluster tutorials together, or to basically only have a couple of tutorials that cover basically all these core mechanics at once. And if you really need to explain mechanics somewhat independently, you should have put like all the bow tutorials near each other, like all the sword ones and so on and so forth, that kind of thing. But instead, we're left with this weird thing where you might find a tutorial hundreds of hours into a game, which is a little bit ridiculous, which is why I think this question and topic are super interesting. But anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.